What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday over here, and I hope you guys had a great weekend. Bitcoin is currently at about 27.9K area. Very important to be paying attention to this market right now because Bitcoin is at about that 28K area where the daily 200 SMA and the weekly 200 SMA are at. If it gets rejected right here, it could bring down most of the altcoins down with it. However, if Bitcoin is able to flip this level, things would be looking a lot better for the altcoins, at least in the short term. So very important to be paying attention to the chart right now. Of course, the main topic here is going to be about Jasmy. See what's going on in this market since the last time I have talked about it. Could this be a bullish signal that we are seeing in the past couple of days? We're going to be taking a look into this coin. Could things be flipping bullish sometime soon? Going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for this coin, as well as some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this market to go either direction. I'm going to just keep it real with you guys, okay? I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiments and opinions on this overall crypto markets as a whole later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I am not a financial advisor, nor an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, but I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys are feeling pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. All right, so let's start with Jasmy here, okay? A correction I do want to add to my previous post was that I did say that there was a double top pattern here, which it broke down, okay? Price action went down to as far as about 0.29 cents area, okay, which is pretty short of the measure move from this double top pattern, okay? The measure move of this double top pattern is going to be a lot lower. So you guys can do the measurements on your own. Is basically when you take the top of the pattern down to the neckline of the pattern, and then you put the measurements beneath the neckline of the pattern here, which would be about, the neckline would be about 0.43 cents area, okay? That will give you a very low measure move. But as I keep saying, measure moves are estimates only. You take that with a grain of salt, okay? This price action went down to 0.29 cents area, which is pretty short of its measure target from the breakdown of this double top pattern. Now, this price action did break back up, okay, on top of the neckline here with the weekly candle close. Now, this is my correction, okay? Since it actually has gone a candle close above its neckline, I'm going to invalidate that double top pattern here, okay? So I am no longer looking at this double top pattern. What I am looking at here is a possible falling wedge pattern. I'm saying possible because I don't see 3D candles on the bottom trend line here to validate this falling wedge pattern yet, okay? So it's still a development. It is not a fully formed falling wedge pattern, okay? Now, inside this possible falling wedge pattern here, okay, I see a double bottom scenario, okay? I mean, you could possibly look at this as a triple bottom, but no, I'm looking at this as a double bottom here because if you have this first bottom here that was at about 0.34 cent area, right? Right now, the second bottom here is about, it's about the 0.34 cents area as well. But I'm really focusing on these two bottoms here because you guys can see a very clear neckline here to be about 0.4 cents area, okay? So that's my interpretation of what's going on here. I could very well be wrong, but that's my interpretation of what's going on here. A double bottom on this weekly time frame, which usually breaks to the upside, okay? Now let's take a look here. If this price action is actually able to break back above its neckline, the measure move, which is basically measuring from the neckline to the bottom of the pattern, estimates are okay because this is just visual, okay? It's not going to be pinpointed to the specific value here, right? So measure move is going to be about 0.48 cents area. 0.48 cents area. Again, measure targets are estimates only, okay? It can be over, under. It just depends on what type of market it is. What could happen in between. Of course, also got to be paying attention to Bitcoin first, because even if you have a good setup and Bitcoin doesn't, Bitcoin is crashing, pulling back, that's going to kill a lot of setups here, okay? So, gotta be, that's something to be taken into consideration of. Okay, so this is a possible bullish scenario, okay? If this does not play out, which there is still a chance, it's all about probabilities, right? Even though the chances are saying this could break to the upside, right? There is still a chance it breaks down, right? And then in that case, we could be looking at a possible falling wedge scenario, which is still going to take the price action, about 20% down here, okay, at least. If you guys actually take a look into this bottom trend line here, right, about 0.27 cents area here, okay, that's the that's the highest of the bottom trend line here, so it could go lower, right? So that's basically what I'm looking at for Jasmy. That's the development here. Let's take a look into some key price levels to be paying attention to, key resistances to be paying attention to. Let's come back up here come back down to the daily time frame. Daily time frame here, 0.35 cents area. You're going to see your daily 21 and your daily 50 very close to each other, 0.35 cents area. Daily 200 SMA is way out there. It's going to be about 0.44 cents area. Your 3-day 21 SMA is going to be about 3.5, 3.6 cents area. 3-day 50 SMA is going to be about your 0.35 cents area. 0.39 cents area. So I correct myself if I say 3.5, 3.9, and whatever I said before this for the daily time frame. 0.83 cents area is going to be your 3-day 200 SMA. That's way far out there for me to even worry about. At least in terms of a profit-taking standpoint from my own perspective. You guys have your own opinions. Okay, so you guys can repeat the same exercise for the weekly and the monthly time frame, or whatever time frames you guys are interested in, right? You guys can also look back into past trading history for key resistances and supports as well. Let's look into some key support here for from past trading history, okay? I'm going to come to the monthly time frame to get a cleaner look. But like I said, you guys can go down to whatever time frames you guys are interested in. I like the monthly time frame because if you're getting support on the monthly time frame, then it's going to be a pretty big support that you should not be ignoring. Okay, the first key support is going to be about the 0.29 cents area, 0.3 cents area, in that range, okay? Coming from basically your monthly candle of August. And then December of last year. January of this year. And basically, those were your all-time lows. If price action breaches those points, I am going to be reading from this bottom trend line here, assuming that this price action continues within this falling wedge that I've drawn out here. If it breaks down from this, then I'm going to be coming back here and rechart this for you guys. if enough of you guys want to see it. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, letting me know that you guys do want to see more of Jasmy. If enough of you guys want to see it, I will bring you guys an update on this coin. Let's come to Bitcoin real quick, because this is still the driver of this crypto market. If this thing pulls back, most of these altcoins are going to take it as well. So right now, Bitcoin is at a decision point. Daily 200 SMA right above this price action, immediate resistance. Price action has been trying to get back on top of it for this past whole week, has not been successful. Weekly 200 SMA also at this level. So like I said before, it's not going to be an easy pass here. Okay. Now, 4-hour time frame. Now, 4-hour time frame, we have a rounded bottom here. Okay, so it's not exactly a completed pattern of any sort, but if it comes back up here to retest 28.6K area, it could be developing into a cup and handle. You need at least two more touches on this 28.6K area to form a cup and handle on this 4-hour time frame, which usually breaks to the upside, okay? But you're still missing those at least two touches here at 28.6K area. Very important right now, because Bitcoin is also in a rising wedge, which usually breaks to the downside. Very apparent on this daily time frame here. If it completely breaks down, this measured target is going to be about 26.1K area. That would not be good for the altcoins. You're going to have quite a bit of support beneath this bottom trend line here, including the daily 21 SMA or daily 50 SMA. Let's see if those would provide bounces along the way, right? Likely that they will. But what type of bounce, that is yet to be seen, okay? No one knows, right? When it does reach those levels, we're just gonna have to come back and rechart what's going on the lower time frame and see if we can get any clues on what could be happening on these higher time frames here. Okay, we also have some 3-day moving averages beneath the price action as well. Okay, my overall sentiment on this market is still overall bullish, very cautious at this time, of course, because of what I just said about Bitcoin. I am still long on quite a bit of altcoins here. So, you know, we're gonna be very cautious here, okay? You know, I much rather have this to be a more bullish market here, but, you know, just trading within these ranges, just gotta be a lot more careful, right? Because this basically changes from day to day, in my opinion, right? And it's really hard to trade. I'd much rather, you know, buy and hold something for 2 weeks, like 2021, right? That was a lot easier markets. But right now, you know, if we're surviving in this market right now, give yourself some credit, because, you know, easier markets, easier days are definitely coming up, and these are going to be some pretty tough days. I would continuously educate myself on how to become a better trader. I am a short-term trader, so you know, it's just gonna be, that's just gonna be the game, right? But these are some tougher days, and I think easier days are definitely coming up. So gonna be hanging in there, and I hope you guys are too. This wraps it up for this post. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.